The sand burns through your sandals. Each grain, red hot from the August sun, feels like broken glass under your feet. Your mouth tastes like copper and bile. The air reeks, a suffocating blend of blood baking on sand, animal shit from the morning slaughter, and the sweet sick perfume drifting down from the wealthy seats where Rome's elite fan themselves and eat honeyed dates while waiting for you to die. 50,000 voices crash over you like a physical wave, not just noise, a roar so loud your teeth vibrate. Your heart hammering against your ribs like it's trying to escape your chest before the killing starts. The gladius in your trembling hand is slippery with sweat. Across 40 feet of blood-soaked sand, a man stares at you through his helmet's grill. He's killed 17 others in this exact spot. You can see their dried blood crusted on his armor. Your bladder wants to empty. Your legs want to run, but there's nowhere to go. Stone walls rise 4 stories high. 50,000 Romans blocking every exit. And behind you, the gate you came through, already locked. This isn't entertainment. This is your last day alive. But listen carefully. What I'm about to tell you is worse than the fight, worse than the pain, worse than dying on this sand while strangers cheer. Some men survive this. Some men win. Some men become champions, heroes, legends. The crowd chants their names. Women throw themselves at them. Rome itself kneels before them. And that's the real horror. Because what Rome does to its champions, what it does to the gladiators who survive, that's a fate that makes death look merciful. By the end of this story, you'll understand why the most successful gladiators were the most cursed. Why some men, given the choice between death and victory, chose the sword. The year is 89 AD. Your village in Hispania burned 6 weeks ago. Roman legions killed everyone you loved. And now you're here, standing on sand that's drunk the blood of 10,000 men before you. Let me tell you what's really about to happen. Let me show you the machine that doesn't just kill bodies, it kills souls and calls it glory. 6 weeks ago you woke to birdsong, your sheep moving across hills covered in wild thyme, the smell of bread baking in your mother's clay oven, your sister humming while she worked the loom, your father sharpening his knife on a whetstone, that rhythmic scraping sound that meant morning, safety, home. Then the horizon turned to fire. 1,000 Roman legionaries moving like a bronze river. Your village had refused Rome's tribute. The tax collector had left 3 months ago empty-handed. "We have nothing to give," your father told him. "We barely feed ourselves." The Romans returned with an answer written in flames. They didn't fight. Fighting requires 2 sides. This was extermination. Your father died with a spear through his back, running toward your mother. Your mother died silent, throat cut before she could scream. Your sister, you didn't see. They dragged her away, and you never learned where. By evening, you were in chains. The iron collar bit into your neck, 47 men chained in a line like livestock. The Romans sorted you first. The old executed immediately. The sick executed. Children too young, you don't know. They just disappeared. The healthy men faced inspection. A Roman officer with dead eyes walked down the line. He opened your mouth, checked your teeth like you were a horse, gripped your arms, testing muscle, made you bend, squat, stand, turn. "Ludus," he said, a single word that would become your entire world. 3 weeks, chained together, walking. When one man fell, everyone fell. When one man shit himself from dysentery, everyone smelled it. When one man died, you dragged his corpse for 2 days until the Romans bothered to unlock him. 7 men died on that march. Illness took 3. Exhaustion took 3. 1 tried to run. They caught him within 30 feet. Crucified him on a wooden post by the roadside as a lesson. Left him there, screaming for 16 hours until his voice gave out and he just hung there, chest heaving, drowning in his own fluids. You walked past him. Everyone did. There was no choice. Through your bleeding feet and sun-scorched skin and hunger that felt like your stomach was digesting itself, you started to understand something. This wasn't cruelty. Cruelty requires emotion. This was efficiency. Rome had perfected the conversion of human beings into property. When you finally saw the city, you wept. Not from joy, from the sheer impossible scope of it. Rome, 1,000,000 souls, marble temples that gleamed like they were made of light, aqueducts that defied reason, carrying water through the sky, and rising above everything like a mountain made of screens, the Colosseum. 4 stories of perfect stonework. Beautiful, majestic, a monument to Rome's greatness. You could hear it from 2 miles away, the roar of 50,000 people watching death for fun. The market, they sold you on a stone platform in the forum. The auctioneer grabbed your jaw, forced your mouth open. Good teeth, strong back, maybe 5 years if he learns quick. He said it like you weren't there, like you'd stopped being human the moment the chains went on. Men bid. Not much. You weren't premium stock. Just another conquered barbarian to throw into the machine. Gaius Tiberius Maximus bought 40 of you for 80,000 sesterces total, 2,000 each. He was a Lannister, a gladiator manager. Mid-50s, scar splitting his left eyebrow like a canyon, walking with the limp of a man who'd taken a spear through the knee and somehow survived. You should feel grateful, he told you. His voice was kind. That made it worse. The mines kill you in 6 months. The galleys, 8. The quarries, 4. I'm giving you a chance. A chance. That's what he called it. A chance to die for entertainment instead of labor. Someone laughed. Not you. You'd forgotten how. The man beside you, maybe. Gaius didn't hit him. Just smiled. A patient smile. The smile of a man who'd heard that laugh from 1,000 slaves before. You'll understand soon enough, he said. The Ludus Magnus sat so close to the Colosseum you could feel the vibrations during games. The building itself was beautiful. Colonnaded porticos, marble-facing, ornamental fountains. From the outside it looked like a palace. Then you walked through the gate, the only gate, and you understood what a beautiful prison looks like. The walls were 12 feet thick, not to keep people out, to keep you in. Guards walked the perimeter with gladiae drawn, not as a threat, as a promise. The training arena sat in the courtyard, a miniature Colosseum surrounded by stone seating for 3,000 spectators. Romans paid to watch you train, paid to see you bleed before the real bleeding started. At the center stood the palace, a 6-foot wooden post so scarred and gouged it looked like a dead tree that had been struck by lightning 10,000 times, because it had been 10,000 practice strikes, 10,000 men before you. How many of them were still alive? The math wasn't encouraging. Beneath the seating, the cells, 32 square feet of stone, a bench, a hole in the corner for shit, no windows, the door locked from the outside with a bar so thick it would take 3 men to move it. Home, Gaius announced. You'll sleep here, train here, live here, until you're ready to die next door. They shoved you into cell 47. A man was already inside. In the darkness you could barely see him. Then your eyes adjusted and you wished they hadn't. He was maybe 30 years old. Ancient. His body was a map of violence. Scar tissue crisscrossed his torso like rope. His left ear was partially gone, torn away, not cut. 3 fingers on his right hand, bent at angles. Bones aren't supposed to bend. Marcus Julianus, he said. His voice was flat. All the emotion had been carved out of it. Gaul. 4 years. 21 fights. You did the math. 21 fights over 4 years. That's more than 5 fights a year. Far more than the average you'd hear about later. How many did you win? You asked. 14. The losses? I'm alive. So I fought well enough for mercy. He finally looked at you. His eyes were wrong. Not cruel. Not kind. Just empty. They don't let you die quick in this place. They make you earn death. And if you're good, if you keep winning, they won't let you die at all. That doesn't make sense. It will. He turned away. Get some sleep. Tomorrow they start breaking you. You didn't sleep. How could you? The stone was cold. The smell of piss and fear soaked into the walls. Somewhere down the corridor, someone was crying. Someone else was praying in a language you didn't recognize. Above you, faintly, you could hear the Colosseum. Games were still running. The crowd was still roaring. 50,000 people, screaming for blood that might be yours tomorrow. That's when it hit you. Really hit you. This wasn't temporary. This wasn't punishment. This was your life now. Every morning waking in this box. Every day bleeding on sand. Every night wondering if tomorrow was the day you didn't come back. And the worst part, the part that made your chest tight and your breath short, Marcus was right. They wouldn't let you die. Death was the easy way out. And Rome didn't do easy. The breaking morning came with a bell that sounded like judgment. 5 a.m. Still dark. Guards walked the corridors, banging clubs against doors. The sound echoed through stone like thunder. Up, Out. Formation. 80 men stumbled into the courtyard. The cold hit you like a slap. Your breath came out in clouds. You could see the Colosseum rising against the dawn sky, a black silhouette that looked like the mouth of some massive stone beast. Gaius stood on a platform. Beside him, 3 men, retired gladiators, the doctors, trainers. Each one looked like a casualty who'd somehow learned to walk again, missing fingers, broken noses, scars that told stories of survival against impossible odds. Listen carefully, Gaius said. I'm only saying this once. You belong to me now. Your bodies, your lives, your deaths, everything. When I tell you to bleed, you bleed. When I tell you to fight, you fight. When I tell you to die, you die beautifully. Because if you're going to die, you're going to make me money doing it. The courtyard was silent. Somewhere, a bird was singing. The sound felt obscene. But understand something else. Gaius's voice softened. That made it worse. You are the most valuable slaves in Rome. Know why? Because Romans will pay anything to watch you. My job is to keep you alive long enough to be worth watching. Your job is to become weapons I can rent out for profit. Breakfast, barley porridge that tasted like paste, boiled beans, water. Marcus appeared beside you. Eat all of it. This is dog food. This is fuel. You'll burn twice this in training. And if you don't eat, you die slower. They don't let you skip meals here. They force feed you if they have to. He ate mechanically. The diet is deliberate. Barley builds mass, keeps you big. Vegetarian means less mess when you take a gut wound. Everything here is calculated. Romans even had a nickname for gladiators. *hordarii, barley eaters. An insult that doubled as inventory management. After breakfast, the sorting. Doctors walked among you, testing reflexes, checking stance. A scarred veteran named Lucius grabbed your shoulder. You, Murmillo. What's that? Heavy fighter. Big shield. Gladius. You'll fight retiari net fighters. They're fast. You're the mountain they break against. He turned you around, checking your build. You'll do. Follow me. The truth Marcus told you. That first night, back in the cell, Marcus spoke. I need to tell you something. Something the doctors won't say. You waited. The training will hurt. You'll think you're dying. You're not. They're too smart to kill you before you're profitable. But the pain? That's real. And it's necessary. Because if you go into that arena without muscle memory, without reflexes, without your body knowing what to do before your brain can think, you die. I don't want to die. No one does. But that's not the trap. He leaned forward. In the torchlight from the corridor, his ruined face looked ancient. The trap is living. The trap is winning. The trap is becoming valuable. How is that a trap? Because valuable means expensive. Expensive means your Lannister won't let you go, ever. The better you are, the more you win, the higher your price goes. And the higher your price, the more impossible freedom becomes. He stared at the ceiling. There was a gladiator here before you. Decius. Survived 67 fights over 12 years. Know what killed him? A training scratch that got infected. Not even a real fight. A wooden sword nicked him and dirt got in the wound. Dead in 5 days. Why are you telling me this? Because Decius was free. He'd earned his rudis, the wooden sword that means freedom, 3 years before he died. You know what he did with that freedom? You shook your head, came back, became a doctor. Because out there, Marcus gestured toward the city beyond the walls. Out there, he was infames, disgraced, lower than prostitutes, couldn't vote, couldn't hold office, couldn't testify in court, couldn't get work. The only skill he had, gladiator, was worthless everywhere except here. So he came back, and he died here, at 32. They buried him in the gladiator cemetery outside the walls, separate. Even in death we're contaminated. The cell felt smaller, the air thicker. So what's the point, you asked? Why not just die in your first fight? Marcus smiled. There was no humor in it, because for a few seconds in that arena, when the crowd is screaming your name, you'll feel human again. You'll feel like you matter, like you're more than property. It's a lie, but it's the only lie that feels like truth. He turned away. And once you feel it, you'll do anything to feel it again, even if it kills you. Especially if it kills you. That's when you understood. This wasn't just a prison. This was a machine designed to make you crave your own destruction. And tomorrow they'd turn it on. 6 months in the ludus. Your body stops being yours. The muscles across your shoulders swell until your skin stretches tight. Your hands callous so thick they crack and bleed, and callous again. The Gladius wooden 6 pounds, twice the weight of real steel, becomes an extension of your arm. Strike, recover, block, strike. 8 hours daily until your bones ache and your joints grind like stones. The palace, that 6-foot post of scarred wood, becomes your enemy. You hit it until your hands bleed. Then you hit it more. Lucius circles you like a predator. Again, higher. You're aiming for the heart. Miss by 2 inches and your opponent kills you while you're stuck in his chest. Again, the sand shifts under your feet. Unstable, treacherous. One wrong step and you're down. And down means dead. Footwork, the arena floor is the same. Loose sand everywhere. You slip, you die. Move. Sparring with Marcus. He's Retiarius now. Net, trident, speed. You're the Murmillo shield. Gladius, endurance. The practice is vicious. His weighted net spins. You catch it on your shield, but it wraps around the edge, yanking you forward. His wooden trident jabs at your exposed ribs. Pain explodes across your side. Dead, Lucius says. You're tangled. He punctures your lung. You drown in blood. Again, again, and again. By midday, you can't lift your arms. Your legs shake. Sweat has soaked through everything. There's going to be a bruise the size of a fist on your ribs. The afternoon is recovery. Massage from attendants who know exactly which muscles need work. The bathhouse, lukewarm water where 40 men soak their broken bodies and try to hold on to sanity. Marcus floats beside you, eyes closed. You're getting better. I'm getting killed slower. Same thing. That night Marcus tells you the numbers. 1st century AD. Right now, a gladiator entering the arena has a 10% chance of dying. 1 in 10. Better than you thought. But that's total. If you win or draw, you probably live. If you lose, his voice drops. 25%. 1 in 4 defeated gladiators dies. The crowd decides, sometimes the sponsor, sometimes the editor. Depends on how you fought. Show virtus, courage, and they'll probably grant *missio*, mercy. You live, fight another day. He shifts in the water. Average gladiator fights 2, maybe 3 times yearly. Ludus can't waste you on weekly games. You cost too much, so they space it out. Means if you survive your first year, you might fight 4 times total. The math isn't good. How long do most last? 5 to 34 fights before death. Average age at death, 27. Most die between 20 and 30. Really unlucky ones survive past 30. Die as old men at 35. You're 23. But here's the thing, Marcus continues. Only 1 in 9 fights ends in immediate death. Sounds good, right? Isn't it? No, because the fight doesn't kill you. The infection does. The wound that seems fine until 3 days later when fever comes. The cut the doctor stitches but it goes putrid. The broken rib that punctures something and you drown in your own blood a week after the crowd cheered. Silence. Decius, 67 fights. A scratch killed him. A wooden sword during training. Dirt in the wound. Dead in 5 days. The water suddenly feels cold. Why tell me this? Because you need to understand the trap. The better you are, the more you win, the worse it gets. You become too valuable to let go. Your price goes up, which means freedom gets further away. Someone must have escaped. Flamma. Syrian. Won 34 fights. Offered freedom *. 4 times *. You know what he did? What? Refused. All 4 times. Kept fighting. Died at 30. Marcus opens his eyes, because he understood something I learned after 21 fights. The arena is the only place we matter. Out there we're infames, disgraced. Lower than prostitutes. We can't vote, can't testify, can't hold office. We're nothing. But in the arena, he smiles, broken, bitter. In the arena, we're gods. For 5 minutes, 50,000 people chant our names. That's the trap. The arena gives you the one thing Rome took. It makes you feel human. And once you feel that, he closes his eyes again. You'll do anything to feel it again. The words hang in the steam. Outside, the Colosseum rises against the night sky. Tomorrow it'll be full again. 50,000 Romans, all of them waiting for blood. And 2 weeks from now, that blood might be yours. You can't eat. The barley porridge sits in your bowl, congealing. Marcus eats both portions. Waste not. Tomorrow you'll need the energy. I can't stop shaking. Good. Fear keeps you sharp. He finishes eating. When you stop being afraid, you die. The Ludus hosts a gathering. 40 men who fight tomorrow. Watered wine. Equipment checks. Some pray, some joke, some sit in silence, already somewhere else. Gaius appears on his platform. Tomorrow you fight for Rome, for your Lanista, for your familia the gladiator family, the only family most have left. Make it spectacular, that's it. No inspiration, no comfort, just business. Back in the cell, Marcus speaks. When you're in the arena, when that crowd noise hits, and it will hit like a physical thing, don't freeze. Your body knows what to do. 6 months of training. Your muscles have the memory, trust them. What if I freeze anyway? Then you die. He pauses. But you won't. You don't sleep. Every time you close your eyes, you see the arena, the crowd, your opponent's trident punching through your chest. Morning comes too fast. The hypogeum, the underground maze beneath the Colosseum. The smell hits you first. Sweat, fear, dried blood, animal piss from the morning hunts. The stone walls are damp. Torches cast shadows that look like demons. Above you, the roar, constant, a sound so massive it has weight. They give you real armor. Bronze helmet, heavy, vision narrowed to slits. The rectangular shield, red paint, gold trim. The gladius, real steel, sharp, lighter than you expected. Almost toy-like. It doesn't feel like a toy when you test the edge. Lucius appears. Close the distance. Use the shield. Don't let him tangle you. If he drops the net, go hard. That's your moment. If I'm losing, show courage. Yield with dignity. Maybe you get missio, maybe you die. Either way, make me proud of my investment. Even now. Always about money. The lift rises. Sunlight increases. Your heart hammers so hard you think it'll burst through your ribs. Then you're up. Sand, bone-colored, scorching. The noise is annihilating. 50,000 humans screaming. The sound crashes over you like a wave of pure violence. You can't breathe, can't think, can't do anything but stand there, crushed by the sheer magnitude of human sound. The Colosseum rises in 4 massive tiers. Marble, travertine, arches reaching toward heaven. In the front rows, senators in white togas. Behind them, equestrians. Behind them, plebs, ordinary Romans. At the top, women and slaves, all watching you, all waiting for you to bleed. Across 40 feet, your opponent rises. Caius, Gaul, 12 fights, 9 wins, 3 losses. He's stripped to the waist, net coiled in his left hand, trident gleaming. Through your helmet's grill, you see his face. Calm, professional, a man doing a job. The editor raises his hand. The crowd's roar shifts. Anticipation. You raise your gladius. Caius raises his trident. The hand drops. The world explodes into motion. Caius circles left. You turn, shield up. Don't chase. Don't give angles. Center yourself. He throws the net. It comes spinning. Weighted edge, perfect arc. You bring the shield up. It catches, wraps around the top, yanks down. His trident thrusts at your ribs. You twist. The points scrape across your side. Pain, blood, not deep, not yet. The crowd roars. You drive forward. Shield like a battering ram. It catches his chest. He staggers back. The net tangles your shield. He's pulling, controlling you through the net. This is exactly what Marcus warned about. Decision. You drop the shield. The crowd gasps. Queso pulls back on the net, expecting resistance. When the shield drops, he stumbles. Your moment. You lunge, Gladius leading. He brings the trident up, but he's off balance. Your blade catches his left thigh. Deep. Blood sprays. Arterial. Bright red painting the sand. Casso screams. Goes down. His hand goes up. One finger extended. Yielding. Your gladius is at his throat. One thrust. It's over. But you wait. You look up at the editor's box. At the senator who decides. The senator consults, the crowd chants. Some want death, some want mercy. The sound is deafening. The thumb moves down, to the side. Asterisk missio, asterisk mercy. You lower your blade. Guards rush in, carry Carso away. The crowd's roar becomes something else. Appreciation, acknowledgement. You stand alone, bleeding, covered in sand and sweat, and someone else's blood. You've survived, you've won. And as you walk toward the tunnel, back underground, back to your cell, you feel it. The drug, the hit, the rush, 50,000 people, your name on their lips. For 30 seconds, you weren't property. You were asterisk, someone asterisk. That's the trap. That's what Marcus meant. You're already addicted to the thing that's killing you. Time dissolves in the ludus. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. 3 years pass in a blur of sand and blood, and the roar that never quite leaves your ears. You're 26. Ancient. 8 fights. 6 wins. 2 losses. Both times asterisk missio asterisk granted. Both times you walked out bleeding but breathing. The scars tell your history. The thick rope across your ribs from Caioso's trident, your first fight. The puckered circle on your shoulder where a spear punched through, fight 4. The jagged line on your forearm where a secutor opened you to the bone, fight 6. That one got infected. 2 weeks in the medical wing, fever dreams, the Greek doctor saying 50-50 on the arm. You kept the arm, lost something else instead. Your face has changed. The softness is gone. Your jaw is thicker. Your eyes are different, harder, colder. When you see your reflection in the bathhouse, you don't recognize the shepherd from Hispania. That person died. What's left is a weapon that looks like a man. And the crowd loves it. They chant your name, shepherd, shepherd, shepherd. Women throw flowers. Men want to touch you when the ludus marches you through Rome for promotional displays. Someone painted your likeness on a tavern wall. Crude, violent, dramatic. There are cups with your face on them, lamps, small figurines. Your sweat is collected after training, sold in vials. Romans believe it has power, aphrodisiac, medicine, magic. You watched an old woman pay 2 sesterces for a vial of your sweat. That's when it hit you. Even your waste is valuable. Gaius is ecstatic. Your starting price, 2,000 sesterces, is now worth 40 times that. Sponsors request you by name. I want the Hispanian, the shepherd's blade. You hate that name. You never chose it. The crowd invented it, decided it sounded dramatic, and now it's all you are. But here's the addiction. When you're in that arena, when 50,000 voices scream for you, when you feel the sand under your feet, and the gladius in your hand, and the possibility of death or glory balanced on the edge of your next move, you feel asterisk alive, asterisk, not like property, not like a slave, like a asterisk person, asterisk, and when it's over, when you're back in your cell, locked in the darkness, you crave it. The roar, the recognition, the brief, desperate feeling of being human. You need it. Like a drug, like air, and that's when you understand what Marcus tried to tell you. This isn't just a trap, it's an addiction, and the arena is your dealer. It happens on a Tuesday. You're in the hypogeum, waiting for your own match, when you hear the crowd's reaction, the shift from anticipation to something final. They bring Marcus down on a stretcher. There's a spear through his side. Clean, too clean. It went straight through something vital. Liver maybe, kidney. The doctor takes one look, shakes his head. You kneel beside him. Marcus, his eyes find yours. Blood on his lips. Told you this time, don't talk, save. For what? He almost laughs. Blood bubbles. Listen, you're good, too good. Gaius will never let you go. You're worth too much alive. You'll win and win and win, and every victory makes you more trapped. I'll earn my freedom. No, his hand grips yours. Surprising strength. That's the trap, the lie, the drug. You think you're fighting for freedom, but you're fighting for the hit, for the crowd, for the feeling of being asterisk. Someone asterisk, and once you're addicted, freedom doesn't even matter anymore. His breathing changes, shallow, wet. The arena never lets you leave. Not really, not ever. Even if you get out, you'll come back. We always come back. Because out there, he coughs, blood, we're nothing. But in here, for 5 minutes, we're gods. He dies there, on a wooden stretcher, 30 years old, 24 fights, over 4 years. They bury him in the gladiator cemetery with the others. Gaius doesn't attend. Marcus is just a line in accounting now. A loss. You stand at the grave and think about what he said, about addiction, about the trap, about being nothing everywhere except the one place that's killing you. You don't understand it yet, but you will. 93 AD, 4 years since your first fight. You're standing in the arena. Your opponent Castus, a Thracian, is unconscious at your feet. Clean knockout, shield to the head. He went down like a felled tree. The crowd is ecstatic, chanting, screaming. Your name echoes off marble. The editor stands. Senator Marcus Ulpius Traianus. He'll become emperor later. Today he's just another rich Roman celebrating his son's coming of age with blood. He points at you. For your courage, your strength, your glory, I grant you freedom. The crowd erupts. 50,000 people on their feet. You don't understand at first. Freedom, just like that. Attendants bring the rudis, the wooden sword, beautifully carved. Your name in Latin script you can barely read. The senator hands it to you. You are free. Go with honor. You walk out carrying your wooden sword. For the first time in 4 years, you own yourself. You should feel joy, triumph, relief. Instead, you feel terror. You have 300 sesterces saved. Not much. Enough for maybe a month, if you're careful. You rent a room in the Subura, Rome's poorest district. 1 room, straw mattress, window that doesn't close. But it's yours. Day 1. You try to find work. The shop owner looks at you. You're a gladiator. Was I'm free now. Your infames I can't have that around my business. He turns away. Move along. 2nd place. Same response. 3rd. 4th. 5th. Infames. The disgraced. Even freed. The status follows you like a brand. You can't vote, can't testify, can't hold office. Legally, you rank with prostitutes and actors and criminals. Most businesses won't hire you. They don't want the contamination. You try the army. Surely they need fighters. The centurion laughs. Gladiators can't serve. You think we want infames. In the legions. You fought for money. For entertainment. That's not honor. That's theater. I fought in front of 50,000. You fought for applause. Get out. You try manual labor. Loading docks. Construction. Anything. But what skills do you have? You can kill with a gladius. That's it. You don't know carpentry, masonry, farming. Your gladiator training is worthless everywhere except the one place you escaped. By week 3, your money is running out. By week 4, you're hungry. Really hungry. The kind that makes your hands shake and your vision blur. This is freedom. This is what you won, the withdrawal. Meeting the ghosts. You find them at a wine bar near the Ludus. Other freed gladiators. Quintus, freed 2 years ago, works as a bodyguard. 14 hours daily, standing outside a shop. It's the only job that wants us. Flavius, freed 8 months ago, works as a trainer at a small Ludus. I went back. What else could I do? Decimus, freed 3 months ago. Not working. I tried. There's nothing for us out here. My village is destroyed. My family is dead. What am I supposed to do? You ask the question eating at you. Has anyone made it? Long silence. There's a guy in Ostia, runs a tavern, but he married money. His wife's father owned it. Without that, Quintus trails off. No, Flavius finishes. No one makes it. Decimus leans forward. His eyes are wild, desperate. I'm going back next week, as an Octorati volunteer. I'll fight 1, maybe 2 matches, make enough to survive a few months. But you're free, free to starve. He laughs. Bitter, broken. You know what's different? Fighting is Octorati. The sponsors don't care if you live. When you're a slave, you're an investment. Best doctors, best care. But free? You're just entertainment. You die memorably. That's good for business. Your death sells seats. The truth settles like ash. This is the trap Marcus warned about. Rome didn't just take your freedom when they burned your village. They took your skills, your identity, your future. Gave you new ones, gladiator skills, gladiator identity, gladiator future. Then they freed you into a world where those things are worthless. You're free. But freedom means nothing when the only life you can live is the one you were freed from. 2 months after liberation, you're starving, your savings are gone, your landlord wants rent, you haven't eaten in 3 days. The hunger is so bad you can't think straight. You're standing at the gates of Ludus Magnus, the same gates you walked through in chains 4 years ago, the same gates you walked out of with a asterisk rudis asterisk, believing you'd never return. Gaius sees you from his window, comes down personally, smiles, the shepherd returns. I knew you would. I need work. Of course you do. They always come back. He gestures to the courtyard where new gladiators train. This is the only place you matter. Out there, you're asterisk infames asterisk. In here, you're valuable. I want to fight. As asterisk auctorati asterisk. I keep my pay. Agreed. But understand, you're not my investment anymore. No medical care, no burial costs. You die, I collect a fee from the sponsor for the spectacle. That's all. I understand. Do you? His smile hardens. You're choosing to return to the thing that almost killed you a dozen times. You're choosing chains after being given freedom.
Do you understand how perfect asterisk that is? How beautifully we've broken you.
You don't answer, because he's right. Rome broke you so completely that you're begging to return to the arena. The machine worked exactly as designed. You fight twice as asterisk or trite, asterisk over 6 months, win both, make enough to survive, but the money runs out. It always runs out. You hear stories, other freed gladiators becoming referees, trainers, bodyguards, thugs. Some disappear into slums, die of disease or hunger or despair. Some die in the arena, which is at least memorable. You think about Flamma, the Syrian, 34 fights, offered freedom 4 times, refused it 4 times, died at 30. You understand now. Flamma knew the arena was the only place he mattered, had value, had purpose. Leaving meant becoming nothing, so he stayed, and died a legend instead of living as a ghost. This is what Rome did that was worse than death. They didn't kill your body. They killed every version of you, except the one that could entertain them. Then they freed that version into a world that had no use for it. Fame without dignity, value without rights, survival without freedom. They made you a weapon, then punished you for being exactly what they created. And the most horrifying part? You would do it again. Because those moments in the arena when 50,000 voices chanted your name, when you felt like something more than property, those were the only times in 4 years you felt human. That's the addiction. That's the trap. That's what's worse than death. They made you need the thing that's killing you, and they made you grateful for it. Something emerged from the ground outside Vienna, Austria. Archaeologists used ground-penetrating radar at the ancient site of Carnuntum. What they mapped made headlines, an entire gladiator school, the first ever found outside Rome, fortress-like structure, heated floors for winter training, baths, infirmary, practice arena, and the cells, 32 square feet, exactly as the sources described. Stone benches, drainage holes, bars on doors that locked from outside. The graveyard revealed the rest. Average age at death, mid-20s. Bones showed healed injuries, evidence of medical care, but also showed the violence, sword cuts, spear punctures, shattered bones, lives measured in years, not decades, archaeological proof. The beautiful prison was real. Think about this. Rome built aqueducts that still function 2,000 years later. Engineered roads modern highways follow. Created legal systems studied today. And they used that same genius to build machines that turned humans into weapons. To create systems where slaves begged to return to bondage. To industrialize dehumanization and call it entertainment. The gladiators weren't just fighting for survival. They were fighting for the desperate, brief feeling of being human in a system designed to strip that away. And when they won freedom, they discovered freedom without dignity is just another prison. Now ask yourself, how many systems today do the same? How many take people, strip them to a single function, make them valuable only for what they produce, then abandon them when that value runs out? How many people are trapped by their own success? How many are addicted to the thing destroying them because it's the only place they feel like they matter? How many would choose the chains over the freedom because at least the chains gave them purpose? Rome fell, The empire collapsed, the Colosseum crumbled. But the machine, the system that turns people into tools and convinces them to be grateful, that machine never stopped running. It just changed names. You're standing in the Roman Colosseum. 50,000 Romans are screaming your name. You've survived. You've won. You've become a champion. And you've discovered that winning was the cruelest trap of all. Because the arena never really lets you leave, not when you're a slave to it, not when you're freed from it, not when you're dead from it. The roar never stops. Even in silence, you still hear it dot. The addiction never fades. Even free, you still crave it. And the machine never breaks. It just finds new gladiators. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you've been fighting in an arena your whole life and just never noticed the sand beneath your feet. Maybe the crowd is already screaming, and maybe, just maybe, you're starting to like it. That's the horror Rome perfected. Not death in the arena, but life outside it. Not the blade that kills you, but the freedom that reveals you were already dead. Welcome to the machine. It's been waiting for you.